but let's say good Tuesday morning to Lauren Scala. How are you?
Oh, wonderful.
Peachy.
Thanks. You know, it's Tuesday. We love Tuesdays around here. If you're headed out right now on the roads, there is some road work on 95 out there in both directions, out by the Connecticut-Westchester line there. And you can see there are delays in both directions this morning. So definitely leave yourself a tiny bit of extra time if you're headed that way. There's also road work in Rockland County on the New York State Thruway southbound from
It's rolling along so far, Lauren.
Well, let's talk about the rails. Overnight track work out there affects 10 subway lines, so these delays and service changes will, of course, wrap up at 5 a.m. In addition to that, you have fast track maintenance out there overnight this week on the D and the F. So D trains are rerouted on the A and the F. You have F trains rerouted on the Q and the D. And basically between J Street and Stillwell Avenue, the D is running on the F and the F is running on the D. So good luck with that. You can also take the A, C, E, and Q or R as alternate options. Alternate side of the street parking rules, they are in effect, so don't forget to move your car. We'll have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s.
Okay, Lauren, thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Things are rolling along pretty nicely on the roads. You do have a bit of a delay on 95 in that area right by the state line where we have construction. You can see it's minor in both directions. Then heading over to the GW Bridge, you have road work out here as well. A little slow going on the span, but not too bad. No delays into the toll plazas. We'll keep a close eye on that for you. And we'll take a live look outside at the Gowanus Expressway where it's clear sailing out there as you make your way past the belt merge at the Gowanus. In effect today, and we'll have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much. Well, ultimatums on both sides of the aisle. President Trump threatening to shut down.
Right now, Tuesday morning, see how the commute's treating us so far.
It is being nice to us so far. It is 4:31 after all. But if you're headed out, just keep in mind there is construction out there on 95 out by the New York-Connecticut state line with minor delays in both directions. Also heading over to the GW Bridge, you still have road work. But lucky for us, it's only causing a minor delay on the span. Things are still moving along nicely into the tolls. We'll have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s.
All right, good morning, Lauren.
Well, let's talk about the rails. You have fast track maintenance out there overnight this week on the D and the F. So D trains are running on the A line between 145th Street and J Street. Then on the F line from J Street to Stillwell Avenue. F trains are running on the Q line from Lex 63rd and Atlantic Avenue. And then on the D between Atlantic Avenue and Stillwell Avenue. So plenty of service changes there. You could also take the A, C, E, N, Q, or R as an alternate option. You also have 10 subway lines affected by overnight track work. So all of this fast track and overnight track work will wrap up at about 5 a.m. Make sure you move your car. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect. We'll have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s.
Thank you very much. Lauren, 435 guilty on
a minor delay as an alternate option. You could always take the Cross Bronx Expressway. We'll take a live look at. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect. We'll have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s.
Now, almost 5:01. What's cooking, Lauren?
Things are definitely improving out there. A lot of the construction has cleared. Where it's still out there, though, is by the Connecticut-New York state line. So southbound, you still have some delays, but they should ease out soon. Then heading over to the George Washington Bridge, construction cleared, like I said, and you can see everything's moving along nicely on the span and into the tolls. We will have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s.
All right, Lauren, thank you very much. New this morning, police.
Chris, it's kind of quiet out there right now. All of the track work cleared and your major commuter rail lines are on or close to schedule. If you're getting on the buses, though, there are still 11 bus routes on detour in the city, so that's quite a few. But as far as the ferries go, everything also running on its regular route and schedule. NYC Ferry had new schedules go into effect yesterday, so hopefully you're already used to it by now. Alternate side of the street parking.
Lauren?
Yes, most of us can still look forward to the commute. There's only one place I'm seeing any kind of delay, and it's still on 95. So heading southbound out by the state line, there is still road work. You can see that delays are out there. So it's moving along a little bit better than it was a few moments ago. So perhaps this will ease out, but just something to keep in mind. In better news, let's take a live look outside at this. Just 95. That's it. That's the only slowdown. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect. We'll have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s.
Thank you very much, Lauren. 5:18 right now. Ultimatum.
I like it. Don't like the commute right now. There are delays in both directions on the Q. Also for Hudson Bergen Light Rail commuters, the Bayonne branch is terminating at 22nd Street, all because of some switch problems. Now heading over to the roads, it was just closed a few moments ago. 2 lanes remain blocked heading to the Bronx on the Throgs Neck Bridge with an overturned vehicle. So delays, they are back onto the Clearview and Cross Island. Stick with the Whitestone Bridge. That's certainly your best option. Then heading over to the Belt Parkway westbound, there's still an accident out there by exit 22 Springfield Boulevard, and not too far away on Rockaway Boulevard westbound, there's an accident out by Farmers Boulevard. Heading over to Long Island, if you're coming off Deer Park Avenue, Avenue northbound, the ramp is closed to the Southern State Parkway or the westbound Southern State with a crash there. And then on 95 southbound, those delays are still out there because that road work is still out there by the New York-Connecticut state line. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect. We'll have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s. Darlene, over to you.
At 6 a.m. Let's see how the commute is moving along so far. What's the latest, Lauren?
Queens is, we're having some troubles. Yeah, your borough, Chris. Way to go. It's all your fault. Anyway, if you're heading out the door right now and heading to the Bronx, on the sw𝓮eET Bridge, all lanes are closed due to an overturned vehicle. So we've seen it reopen and close. There's intermittent closures, but delays are building. So definitely stick with the Whitestone Bridge if you need to get to the Bronx. Also on the Belt Parkway westbound, this accident by exit 22, Springfield Boulevard, still out there. Delays now go back onto the Southern State Parkway. We will have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s. Thank you. Right now, there are delays in both directions on the Q train, but that's the only issue on the rails. Everything else is running on or close to schedule. We have some big problems out there, though, on the sw𝓮eET Bridge, and Kai Simonson is live. Heading over to 80 eastbound, there is an accident in the Patterson area, so this is out by exit 58, Madison Avenue, and delays. They're building quickly here. Heading over to the FDR Drive southbound by 23rd Street, 2 lanes are blocked with a crash there. Also a very slow ride. And over on the Belt Parkway westbound, you still have one out there by exit 22. Springfield Boulevard. You can see these delays go all the way back onto the Southern State Parkway. Then you have an accident westbound on the Grand Central Parkway by the Clearview, and that accident did clear heading to the Bronx on the sw𝓮eET Bridge, but those residual delays are still out there, so you might want to head to the Whitestone Bridge. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in